When I talk about the importance of following our own path and using our resources, some people say that this is a privilege for a few. That wealth is in the hands of a small portion of the people in the world, and there is no way to change that. They also say things like, not everyone can be independent or an entrepreneur. I can't understand why many people continue to rely exclusively on job hunting, believing that they have no other option. I say that relying solely on a single source of income is risky. Nowadays, especially with the emergence and development of artificial intelligences, jobs are disappearing, and the ones that remain no longer provide enough for a prosperous life, which is alarming. That's why more and more people are seeking alternatives to supplement their income. And if you're not part of this group, you should reconsider your values. Today, about 30% of the global workforce is made up of freelancers. What's most impressive is how quickly and accessibly you can start a business and reach customers. The process is much simpler and more cost-effective than it was 20 years ago. It is essential to understand that working for others is unlikely to lead to wealth. When you work by the hour, you are essentially renting out your time. Once your time is up, your chances of earning more money also run out. My suggestion is that you change your mindset and start focusing on charging for the results you produce. Those who truly accumulate wealth are people who work on their own projects and manage their time independently. Get out of the rat race and create your own successful business. Of course, I know that building a prosperous business takes time, sometimes months or even years. And profits? It can take decades for a good idea to start generating substantial profits. But even if a company doesn't generate profit initially, it still has value, because this value is based on the profits it will generate over time. A clear example of this is PayPal. In its early years, the company did not generate profit, but its value was based on the anticipated profits over the next 10 years. Being at the top requires long-term preparation, and it is this preparation that makes a business profitable. Ideas do not materialize on their own. Keeping them without taking action is a fatal mistake. Steve Jobs is an example of this. He transformed Apple into the company, most valuable company in the world, by following a rigorous plan. When he returned to Apple in 2001, he launched the iPod, which was underestimated by many, but it was just the beginning of a line of revolutionary devices like the iPhone and the iPad. The lesson here is clear. The most successful companies rely on the vision of their founders. To reach their full potential, ideas need to be executed with the right people to bring them to life. Here are 2 practices to kickstart your journey to wealth. 1. Income diversification. Start exploring ways to diversify your income sources. This can include starting a small business, investing in skills that can be monetized, such as starting a YouTube channel, for example, or even taking on freelance work. You don't have to start exactly as described here. The main idea of this advice is that you shouldn't rely solely on traditional employment. 2. Focus on results. Instead of charging for the time you dedicate, start thinking about charging for the results you deliver. The idea here is, don't be afraid to charge for your work. Don't think you're charging too much. The only thing you should fear is doing the work poorly. If you're in a position where this isn't possible, consider developing a side project where you can apply this mindset. This way, you begin to build something of your own and value your time more. If you've made it this far, leave a comment saying, "I create my own opportunities." This shows me that you are committed to your growth and success. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out other videos. See you in the next video.